Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the channel. Ed Chattey's currently 1-0 and it's fight week for him. He's boxing Robbie Chapman over 4 rounds at Yorkle, Bethnal Green on Saturday. How are you, Ed?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Sam. I'm feeling good. Feel like I've trained really hard for this fight, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, of course. Last time, I spoke to you like interview wise, was when I came down to your gym. I think that was the last day of May, and you said you had this penciled in. So were you in camp when I was speaking to you, or were you just ticking over as it was like 3-4 months away from fight night, the fight?
Yeah, no, I was more just kind of getting back into training, going back to the gym.
Oh yeah, because you
Um,
only had that fight 2 weeks before, didn't it, or something?
yeah. It was right before. It was actually the weekend before. Um, and then Steve said, you got the options of boxing at different times in September, and I just chose the earliest time. So I want to just try and get as many fights as possible, as quickly as possible, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. As you've had one, and after you've had that one fight, you want more fights.
100%. Yeah, exactly. And you learn a lot, you learn a lot in each fight. So the more fights you can have, the better before you start pushing for titles.
Exactly that. And you did mention it a minute ago. You said training went all good.
Yeah, training was really good, really good. I feel I'm hoping to be in better condition. I'm pretty sure I am, judging by some of the fitness that I've done this camp. So I should be fitter and stronger than the last fight.
Yeah, of course. Every fight, you make improvements. Um, each fight, and you see where there's always stuff you can improve on, even with your shutout points win. There's always little stuff that you can maybe tweak in the gym, isn't there?
Definitely, definitely. Um, and like I feel like I'm learning all the time. I'm not really in the grand scheme of things been boxing for that long in comparison to a lot of other fighters. So you kind of learn stuff off different people. Like every time you spar, I feel like I learn something. So it's good, man. I feel that I'm learning a lot.
Good stuff, mate. Good to hear. And of course, you are boxing Robbie Chapman, who's been around for quite a while now. I think he's had over 50 fights, hasn't he? And he's yeah, what do you know about Robbie? Of course, he's fought Lewis before, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Did
I
you see
mean
that fight?
I did actually. Yeah, I was there. Um, but it was a like unusual fight because he went up to cruiserweight to fight Lewis, and so that's not really. I know that's not kind of the Robbie Chapman that I'll be fighting. Um, he's really good. From what I've seen of him, he's very good, and he fought for a Southern area, so
Against Brad Pauls, who's current
yeah,
British champion.
exactly. Um, so he's got a lot of experience. And all anyone who's a journeyman, they're all like very good boxers. If you're having that many fights and not getting stopped, you got to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. I mean, some of them might actually be better than the prospects because, you prospects find it hard, fighting once every 2-3 months, with your long camps. But to think they're out, most weekends, providing, they don't get stopped, that's quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's impressive, and you would probably get a lot of it. You get loads of experience and probably get better at doing what you're doing. You know, whatever your style, you'd kind of really kind of learn what works for you and how to make sure you're kind of preserving energy in the best way, defending properly. So,
Yeah, and of
mm,
course, Robbie's that sort of journeyman. He's not your typical journeyman. He makes it what's the word? Or he makes it awkward. He's a bit slippery, isn't he?
yeah, and he's quite aggressive as well.
Yeah, he does.
I
I
can
think
be. You can turn it on.
He does. I think he can't remember what fight it was, but he went on. I think it was either last year or the year before when he went on a real good run of draws actually.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I've seen him fight a few times. He's good as Robbie.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, he throws a lot of punches, you know, or can throw a lot of punches. So I've got to be really on my game.
Yeah, and I think he fought, was it George O'Leary last year, and he dropped O'Leary as well.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that fight actually just on YouTube.
It's a good
It's
little
a really
step
good
up, isn't
fight.
it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a really good step up. At this point, it's just about getting in there and getting the experience.
Hmm. Another 4 rounder.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
4 rounds.
I know you'll probably leave it down to your coach, and are you managed by Steve or?
Yeah. Steve's my manager.
Yeah, I can imagine you'll leave it down to them. But how many 4 rounders would you look for until you go for a six, or do you leave that down to your coach and of course Steve as well?
I'll leave that down to them. I think I've sort of my understanding is um I have one before Christmas and then two next year and then yeah, push on from there really.
Nice.
But I don't know, whatever Matt says and what Steve thinks, I'll do it. And sometimes, you know, you can get the call up for, you know, a TV show that might happen, just they might have had a dropout and they need someone and so you never know what can happen if you
Yeah,
stay
because like
ready.
Mitchell Frearson, because he normally, I think he's with Steve as well, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah, he is,
he
yeah.
he he fill in, didn't he, for somebody who fell dropped out.
Exactly. Yeah. And that 2 weeks notice. So you gotta be kind of can't be like really out of shape and not
Yeah,
training at all.
always
Otherwise
ticking
you'll miss
over.
it. Yeah. Otherwise you'll miss that big opportunity to box on Sky or so I don't
Or the
yeah.
TNT or just whatever comes about, really.
Exactly. You never know. You never know what's coming. So you've got to always kind of be in the right frame of mind and in good shape.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe your stablemate's boxing, isn't he, against Victor Edgar?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Mishak Quayle is making his debut.
He's
So
super
it'll be a
middle,
good
isn't
night.
he?
Yeah, he's super middle at the moment. He's probably going to go down to middleweight, I think.
So is it good having, somebody in the gym who's pretty much your weight?
Yeah, it's ideal. It's really good because we spar each other a lot. We go and get sparring at other gyms. It's good. It's really good.
And of course, he's boxing your last opponent, Victor Edgar.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, he'll have a good game plan for that kind of opponent.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, not well. Yeah, I mean, of course, I've seen the running order. I think you're what about? Correct me, about six of you or something.
I'm about five.
About
Mishak's
five.
about six. Yeah,
Also, one
about
after
five.
the other.
Yeah, and we haven't had that yet, so
So
it's going to
Matt's
be a
gonna,
really good night.
soon as your fight's done, Matt will run back and get how do you say his name?
Mishak,
Mishak,
Mishak.
to get his fight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he goes 1-0 and you go 2-0.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the
Because
plan.
yeah, because you was on similar timing last fight, weren't you? You towards the middle of
Yeah,
the card.
yeah,
You
yeah,
get a
yeah,
good
yeah.
slot, don't you? And it's a decent card, isn't it? You've got Mikey Saki, former English champion, Tom Simmons, who's a heavyweight. We do like a heavyweight dust up. Yeah, Georgie Isler, Ellis Stewart against Mikey Biles. A few two debutants, I believe. And yeah, of course yourself. So it should be a decent night of boxing, shouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it will be. I think the other two debutants probably have sold a lot of tickets as well, so it'll be a good atmosphere.
Because I think Mishak's second last and Jamie Bradley, the other
Is
debutant's last on.
yeah. So I'm guessing he sold a lot of tickets.
Have you sold quite a few or?
Yeah, I've done well. Um, was kind of like it's always a stress, isn't it? At a certain point, you think, "Am I going to sell enough tickets?" And then, thankfully, people have really come out and supported again. So, done well with tickets.
Oh, that's good, Ed, because people don't realise that sometimes if you can't sell enough tickets, you can't fight.
Exactly. Or you got to pay to fight. Um, so yeah, no, the ticket selling is massively important.
It's key.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, oh yeah, as always, I'll let you, shout out the usual people you want to thank and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Matt and John, Matthew Hurst and John Patterson at Blast Fit Ealing. Um yeah, that gym. Just yeah, for all the training they've and time they've put into me. And I feel like I'm really coming along there. And shout out to Ray Snacks as well for sponsoring me and Duke's Cupboard as well. And then yeah, big shout out to my fans, to the people coming to support who bought tickets. Um, I'm really, really, really grateful and really lucky to have those people. Um, so yeah, thank you to them.
100%, Ed, and as from me, thank you for your time and good luck, v Robbie. Yeah, on Saturday. All the best.
Cheers, Sam. Thank you, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Bye bye.
Bye.